Well, hello, Stampers. It's Tuesday, and welcome to Parcels in the Post Week 2. So I have two new cards to show you, and I realize that I have not yet made a PDF tutorial for these cards. So that is also in the works this week because I absolutely love these cards. Everyone who has seen them in person has said, wow, what gorgeous cards. And I love anything that coordinates, and these cards all coordinate and use the same set of products. And these products are called Parcels in the Post. So you can order your parcel in the post. It's $32 shipped anywhere in Canada or $25 for porch pickup. And it includes the pattern paper, 6 inches by 12 inches, and you get 12 pieces, 10 sheets of coordinating cardstock, a sheet of glimmer paper, and 4 yards of coordinating ribbon, and a sheet of snowflakes. So you can go on my blog, thepamperedstamper.com, and you can order yours today, or you can message me, but it's probably just easier to order online. Okay, are you ready to get started? Let us switch over here. And I got this idea from Tamara Bertram from Edmonton, Alberta, and she just has these sticky notes that tell you what you need. And I thought, you know what, that's kind of cool. So you can take a look at that, take a screenshot, and then here is the white piece that you need as well. And actually there's two white pieces, one for the inside. And I'm hoping that I can find my little piece of pattern paper that I want for the inside because it's missing. And here is the first card. And I left this card in, oh no, I didn't leave this card in Canada, it's right here. I left the second card in Canada, so you won't be able to see what it looks like till I'm finished with it. Anyway, let's start with this card and let's see how far we get. So the first thing we're going to do is take our white piece. And you'll see that these measurements are tweaked 2 7/16 by 1 13/16. I had to have those measurements in order to get the right kind of white margin around. Let's have a look and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so I kind of like to lay them all out first just to make sure I can eyeball how far apart I need to have them. There. And it's still not as perfect as I would like, but it's good enough. So I'm just going to leave it sort of like that. We're going to use, and actually my card has it the other way around. It has them like this. So, well, now I can't see my margins at all. So we're just going to figure it out. So I like to use liquid adhesive because it gives me a little bit more wiggle room to push these pieces right nicely in their spots. So I'm thinking about that much white space. We'll see if I'm wrong. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Okay, let's do it. In the end, you have to remember it's just paper and it is handcrafted. And so you have to allow a little bit of wiggle room and that every card is going to be a little bit different. If you want it to be absolutely perfect, have a machine make it with computer measurements. That being said, you don't want to do sloppy work either, but there's a balance. A wise woman told me, good enough is good enough. You know, we can get so stressed out aiming for perfection. And you know what? The natural world isn't perfect, and that's sometimes what makes it so beautiful. So how are you guys doing today? This video is going to be pre-recorded, and it will go live as a premiere on YouTube. And that way I can comment right along with you. All you need to do is log in with your Gmail account, and then you can be on YouTube. Okay, so now we have our white piece. We're going to put that on our red card. It's already going to look so beautiful. Isn't that just stunning? I cased this from someone. This is not my original idea, and when I figure out whose idea this was, I will let you know. And if it was your idea and you're watching, please claim the accolades because it's a great card. Just a fantastic card. Now, mind you, the card, whoever made it, did not give me the measurements. I had to figure that out. So I do take credit for that because that's a lot of work. Okay, and now we need one of these. And what's cool is that there is what's called a trompe-l'œil, which means a trick of the eye. It fools the eye. That this snowflake, when it gets put on here, And when you put the sentiment across, it looks like you've altered the snowflake when you really haven't. So I thought that was interesting. I'm just adding adhesive right to the middle, and that's it. And then you just want to center it as best you can. There, see that liquid adhesive is perfect for doing a little bit of adjusting. And now we're going to use our, let's see, my laptop just tilted a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have our stamp apparatus, and my piece of paper is slightly bigger than what the measurement said. I forget now what the measurement said. Let's have a look. It said 7/8 by 3 1/4. So we're going to trim it down, but I wanted to leave room for the magnet. We're using this beautiful stamp set with all the snowflakes. Snowflake wishes for a Merry Christmas. And there's a ton of dies here. I still have these snowflakes left from making a gingerbread house. So I'm going to use those for something else. Oh, and I see now that it is a clear stamp, and that means I have to find my black thing to put inside there, or it won't work. It just won't work. So, all right, I found it. So here it is. I usually like to put that curved corner to match. The stamp apparatus is a fantastic tool. I have to say I use it every single day. So it's nice and tight in the corner. Then we're going to lay this on here. And that looks about right. And then usually, see, I'm going to have to fix this anyway. I check on my stamp apparatus to make sure that it's straight. And I don't think it quite is. It probably doesn't help that I have grid paper underneath. Let's see. Well, now I moved it here. Well, you know what? Like I'm going to have to practice what I preach. And I told you guys that good enough is good enough. And I need to trim this a little bit. There. Good enough is good enough. And now I have to prove it. Red ink. Oh, look at this. It's one of those days. And I'm not wearing an apron. Normally I would wipe this on my apron, but I didn't wear it. So just in case you were wondering whether or not I get my finger right in the ink pad, you now know that I do. There. And you know what? It is slightly crooked, but that's okay. At least it's bright red. There. And now we're going to trim it down to the 3 1/4 inches that I said we needed. So let's have a look here. We want to go to 3 1/4. And you know what? I'm actually going to, it's not perfectly centered. We can't have it crooked and not centered. There, oops, 3 1/4. There, that makes me feel better. I mean, really, was it worth that tiny little bit that I took off? I'm thinking perhaps not. So now we're just going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back. And now watch the transformation here. Here's the card. Let's see, my laptop is black. There's the card. And now see what happens? And that snowflake just looks totally different. Here it's, yeah. Anyway, I think it's a super cute card. There we go. And now in the inside, we're going to do our white piece. And I did seem to have, I've lost my little piece of pattern paper that I wanted to put on there. Maybe I'll cut another one just to make it work. Your leftover scraps of pattern paper look so pretty in the inside of your card. Now I should have maybe stamped this before I put this inside, but no, I'm not finding the piece of paper that I need. I'm just going to pick up my phone stand and see if it's underneath. It's not. Oh, it's amazing how things do get lost. Well, you know what? I'll put it aside. We're going to make the second card, and then maybe I will find it. It could not have gone far. It's not stuck on the bottom. Oh, I just found it. There it is. It was stuck under my grid paper. And look how pretty that is. Just adding that on there just makes it look so nice. This looks nice too, just a plain. But I do like it better when it's on this side. Just picks up the white. So that's why it's important to play with your paper. Take a look at it, both sides. Take a minute, step aside, see which side you like the best. It's all in the details, you know. Look how pretty that is. And then, let's have a look. May your season sparkle. Snowflake wishes for a Merry Christmas. And then I'm going to say, may your season sparkle. In the coldest moments of the year, my heart is warm because you're near. Oh, that's quite nice. Mushy and cute. Okay, let's do that one. So I'm going to use the Stamparatus again. And I don't feel like taking that other one off, so I'm just taking that like so. Flipping it. And I'm going to lay this like so. Put the magnet on here. And like this. Kind of center it. So you lay your stamp how you want it to go. Close the Stamparatus. And again, I could check to see how straight it looks. It's slightly off. I'm leaving it. I'm absolutely leaving it. I am embracing that good enough is good enough. And just press that. Look at that. Did you see that it was on top of my glue? Yeah, that is how I craft sometimes. I always tell people that if I can do this, you certainly can, because I'm a crazy squirrel. There. Look at that. Isn't that so nice? This is a beautiful set, and it's already been carried over once. I have a feeling that it's going to retire now. So I'd get your hands on that, baby. Okay, so Snowflake Wishes. And now we're going to do our second card, but we don't have any idea what it looks like. But I know that we don't need real red, so we'll put those out of the way. You are going to need Garden Green. And let's have a look. We need a piece of black. That's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 for this die. We need a green pattern circle. It's 1 5/8 inch. Now you don't need this great big piece, but that's what I had. And we need 2 pieces of pattern paper that are 3 3/4 inches by 5. And we need a card base of 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to use a length of gingham ribbon, and we're going to use some embossing powder. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to lay these 2 on. Before I do anything else, move that out of the way. So this one of them is going to go this way, and then the other one is going to go the other way, but they have to fit on the card. And I can't put them on the card right away because I need to put the ribbon around. So I'm going to just do this. I'm going to put some glue just in the middle. And I have it as far as I can go. Down. Okay. And I'm going to take this off and then put this one on as well, as far as it can go. And there we go. See, so I have to keep the pattern paper within the card because we don't want it bending. So now I have my 2 pieces together. I'm going to wrap around, and I can't remember. Oh yeah, I'm just tying it in a knot. You could do a bow or a knot depending on what you like. I'm just doing a knot there, and I never cut until after I've tied because I don't like to waste ribbon. Every inch of ribbon counts, I think. But that's what's nice about the parcels in the post. You get the ribbon comes in it, so you don't have to buy a whole spool. The whole idea of giving a parcel in the post, see, I wasted that tiny little bit, and you could even use that on the edge of your card like that, sticking out. So you don't even have to throw those little bits away. So I have that. Oh, guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to do something. Oh my word. Yes, we need some snowflakes on this card. See, I forgot because I don't have the card at home. So, and that means I'm going to have to take this ribbon off because I have to do the snowflakes first. So 3 snowflakes, or you could actually cut one in half. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to chop one in half. And it's not going to be perfectly in half. There. So you need 2 snowflakes, okay? And, well, maybe I can tuck it underneath. We'll see. I'm going to put this one on the top. And usually I would use a sponge, but I'm going to just put it on here like this, maybe a tad. There. This one's going to go at the top, like so. There. And this one's going to go underneath here. We'll see if I can make that work. Oh. There. I'm hoping I'm using a light enough touch on here. Okay, so that's going to go under there. Like so. And now this one is going to go here. Oh, this is going to be tricky. All right, we're going to do it. This goes to show you that there's more than one way. I should have done this before I put the bow on, but I'm too lazy to take the bow off. So we're going to see if I can rig this and make it work. So we're going to just slide it under. And like so. There. And then we're just going to trim off the excess snowflake. There. I think I made it work. We're good. Now this is going to go, I should have put this a little bit lower. I'm going to lower it. There. And I'm going to trim my ribbon to go this way a little bit. Okay. Super duper. See, this side of the paper is so nice too with those plaid trees. This paper is gorgeous. Now it was available for free during celebration, but in case you didn't get any or you didn't get enough, you can now get it in my Parcels in the Post. I wasn't exactly hoarding it. It was on back order, and then all of a sudden it all came in and I thought, oh, I need to do something with this. See how pretty that is? And now we're going to use that black piece that I was talking about here. And we're going to take the Stamparatus. It just barely fits under here, but that's okay. We need to move this one. Now I'm missing a plate. Okay, I have found the plate, so it's going on top. And now we'll just roll it through. Oops, I don't have it sitting on a firm surface, but, well, it's firm, but I like to put it straight on my table and not on a pad of paper. Let's have a look. Take that out of the way. And here we have it in all its detailed glory. Take a look at that. Isn't that just so pretty? Just going like this a little bit. You really don't have to do much poking, I find. There's all kinds of little bits. There. And I do have my old pokey tool, so we'll use that for a second. There. Nothing is stuck in here though. It's a super intricate die and I find it really easy to work. If you have the die brush, that goes even faster. And I do have it, I just don't have it on hand. So there we go. And now we need that little thing for the inside. And what we're going to do is we're taking this green paper. Now I have to buy a Versamark refill. If you find that your embossing isn't going very well, chances are you just need a new Versamark refill. Your Versamark pad is getting dry. And I don't have a refill here. So tap, tap, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a bad idea to use your Stamparatus so you can stamp a couple of times. Now, I wish I had a big, fat, flat coffee filter, but I don't. So here we have it. Give it a good flick there. And now we'll emboss. Always make sure that you put your embossing powder back in and put the lid on, because Murphy's Law, if you don't, you're going to send it flying, and that will not brighten your mood at all. Okay. So the thing with embossing is you don't want to wave it around like you're blow drying your hair. Just hold it in one spot and you'll watch it change. It will turn from powdery to bright white. There it goes. And because it turns so bright white, you can stamp it on a muted background paper. And once it's changed, just angle it back and forth. And if it looks good and you don't see anything powdery, then it's time to stop. Because if you keep going, then you will overcook it and then it gets dull. Okay, you don't want to do that. So that's Versamark. And now we're going to take it with this little circle and cut it out. Let's see. And I'm going to try really hard, not be lazy. And I'm going to show you the whole thing. Now this piece of paper is like 6 inches wide, and that fits. So I'm just going to shove it in a little bit. And center it. Cover it with the second plate. And there's a little dimensional in there, but I'm just going to leave it be. You hear that clicking, then you know it's done its job. And my plate is completely scratched up. It has been used so often, and it's still going strong. See, take a look at my plate. See, it's pretty messed up, isn't it? And here is the little Let It Snow. So now the Let It Snow is going to go on here. Isn't that just so adorable? I think so. Here. Oh, goodness, I moved my... There, sorry. My whole camera moved when I moved my Big Shot. Wow, my die cutting machine. Now the other thing to be aware of is make sure that you have it sitting how you want. That the designs are facing the way you want. See, and now it just allows for that stitching to show around. Super cute. And now we're going to just pop it. I'm going to put this one down here. My other card had it up here, but I'm going to leave it like so. So now there are black dimensionals as well, and I'm going to grab them because I love them. They look so good when you use them on. So these look, at first sight, they look like they're white, but they're not. See, just look. There, see, black. Now what I like to do is top and bottom. I like to straddle my ribbon. Dimensionals stick way better to paper than they do to ribbon. Okay, so here we have it. And if you're watching on YouTube, please click on the red button on the bottom corner to subscribe. And if you comment on my video and share it, you will be entered into a draw for a free bundle, the Poinsettia Petals. I'm trying to get my subscribership up, and I will reward you for that. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I'm super happy with that. I think we should put a white piece inside as well. And let me grab my trimmer. My table is filling up with all my tools. So I'm going to cut that at 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. Some people have a hard time coming up with the right measurements. 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch. If you take that off, you'll get really nice layers. So, and I was thinking maybe we would take a piece of the tree paper. This really cute tree paper. Let's trim it down so that we just have a row of trees. And if we go right in between there, how cute is that? And then we'll go to 4 inches. And then I will show you how cute that is. And everything will coordinate. Oh, and I forgot to show you the encircled in warmth stamp. That's where the die came from. Oh, and I moved my camera again. Sorry. Hope you weren't holding your head sideways. That wasn't that bad. There. And here is the stamp. And you know what? I think we're going to stamp it in the inside too. Let's do, so these are the dies. I think I might have used a bigger one than I needed to. Maybe I was supposed to use the smaller one. I think so. Well, maybe not. Yep. I used the wrong die. I used the bigger die of the two, but I think it looks great. It will look nice if you use the smaller one as well. So I will take a picture of both cards so that both of them will be in the tutorial. How's that for a good compromise? And we're going to get the Stamparatus out again. And now because this is a rubber stamp, see how it has that gray foam in there? We don't need this foam layer. Okay, peel that off, lay this in, magnet, stamp, and doesn't even matter that I have ink on there. And good enough is good enough, right people? Let's use a black. Make sure I didn't do it upside down. Nope. Let's have a look. And we'll do it once more. That's what's nice about the Stamparatus. You can add layers of ink. Always make sure your paper's tight in the corner that it didn't move. Oh, there goes my phone again. Moving. Stay. There. How pretty is that? Just that little piece of pattern paper in there makes it look so cute. Okay, now we'll put it in our card. And then we're finished for this week. So I will work on the tutorial and you can go and decide whether or not you want the parcels in the post. I hope you do. When they run out, I will let you know, but I know I still have some in stock. And yeah, I love this idea. You can read all about it on my blog. I would love to hear what you think. All right, guys, that's it for today. There's this card and this one. Here they are. And I think they're lovely. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. And here you can see where you can find my blog and my website. And you can follow me on Facebook. If you have any questions, you can email me. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a super day. Bye.